top prospects competing for a top spot in the upcoming NBA draft. This is Kevin Harlan alongside my friends Steve Kerr and Clark Kellogg.
And Kevin, you know, this is a game I always look forward to. I mean, there's excitement and anticipation. There's such a great concentration of young talent. This really begins the process for these young men of kind of measuring themselves against the best players in the world. So I'm looking forward to it.
And keep in mind, guys, you know, scouts and GMs have watched these players all season long. So this game is very important, but it's really just one more piece of the puzzle.
So let's take a look at the State Farm starting lineup for the Stars. Damian Lillard out there with Bradley Beal. Then there's Michael Kidd-Gilchrist. Then there's Myers Leonard. And it's Robinson in at the 4 spot. And for the elites, Mr. Perfect in at 2 spot. Anthony Davis is out there with John Henson. Then there's Harrison Barnes. And it's Marshall in at the point guard position.
In this game, for the player, exciting moment.
That's right, Clark. And I'll tell you what, it doesn't get a lot of attention outside this gym, but for these young men, the importance of these games is absolutely enormous.
Here's Beal, following the basket by Anthony Davis. And Beal kicks to Lillard. Outside for Robinson. 5 to shoot. It's 1 on the clock. Good as the jump shot falls.
So I'm excited to watch Damian Lillard, the explosive rookie point guard out of Weber State. You know, his stock quickly rose last season as he upped his scoring to almost 25 points per game, leading the country. Scouts consider him the best point guard prospect in the draft.
He feeds it to Beal. There's the steal. And here comes the break. Beal with the steal. Right side Robinson. Out of bounds. The elites take possession.
Difficult to explain that turnover. I mean, I guess he thought he had more room than he did, but he really lost his place on the court.
A little over a minute 30 into this first quarter.
And Lillard's shooting ability, guys, will be highlighted in workouts. I mean, I think in a game like this, he'll try to make plays for others and show how he can run a team. That's been the question mark for him.
Now, here's Marshall. Beal pulls it in. Now, here's Kidd-Gilchrist. Defense right on him. Now the dish to Lillard. Good on the shot. Lillard's got his second basket.
Off to a nice start here. They've hit all 3 from the field.
Here's Mr. Perfect. First quarter of ball, almost 2.5 minutes in. Gets it to go.
And, you know, when you talk about this showcase game, the question is always, how much should GMs weigh this single game versus the player's entire body of work?
I've sat in that chair, Clark, and I think the entire body of work is important. You can't, as a scout or GM, you can't let one game really determine your opinion of a player.
And the dunk by Robinson.
Step aside, step aside. We got the big fella coming through.
That is a powerful brand of basketball right there.
Man, an amazing putback. You just love the effort from this guy.
Henson, he's covered by Leonard. Here's Mr. Perfect. Lillard with the rebound. And the Stars leading by 4. Here's Beal. Second chance effort. Rebound by Marshall.
Boy, he missed an easy one right there. In a vital game like this, you have to wonder if nerves are a factor.
Here's Mr. Perfect. Missed inside.
That's kind of a shocker. The defense was there, but it wasn't right in his face. Kind of out of character for him to miss those.
Offensive rebound. And so he draws the foul on the shot on trip to the line to shoot 2.
The offense is getting right to the rim, but at least they saved the layup with the foul. That's old school basketball rules. I mean, at the end of the day, no easy layup. Earn it from the line.
.59 seconds left to play in the first quarter. Waiters, he's guarded by Rivers. And Rivers with the step.
An open lane right there. Pretty much saw the day like he wanted and took advantage.
Yeah, great opportunity. He sees it without much hesitation.
Yeah, a little too easy, if you ask to me. The defense really needs to tighten things up here.
Rivers with it. He dishes it to Kid Gilchrist. Shot clock at 6. With the clock winding down, Mr. Perfect snatches down the defensive board.
It's clear they had one thing on their mind when they came out of the gate today. Rebound.
Yeah, they've opened up the game with a pretty good margin in that area. Great sign for this club.
Well, what can you say? I mean, he's good, and he's making sure everybody here knows it.
Well, it's been his lifelong dream to play in the NBA, and he's showing he's ready for the challenge.
He kicks to the land. And so he earns a trip to the line. Officials saw the contact, and he'll shoot 2. Stars have hit 4 of 8 from the free throw line so far. Folks, it's 50%. Not great work there. Free throw drops for Lamb. And Lamb drops them both. Just 4 seconds left to play here in the first. Mr. Perfect. The shot no good. All right, there's the horn. It's a close game at the end of 1. And we'll be back right after this. Welcome back as we get set to continue with the second quarter of the Rookie Showcase.
In this game, really a glimpse ahead at the exciting young players who hope to make a big splash this coming season.
Brother, off to
And playing in front of all these scouts, there's some pressure to that.
for most of these players, they're accustomed to the spotlight. I mean, they've been doing this for much of their young lives.
Mr. Perfect in a shooting guard. Harkless is out there with Terrence Jones. And it's Kendall Marshall. And it's Davis at the 5 down low. That's the group in the game right now for the Elites. Just 5 on the clock. And Zeller kicks to Beal. Nice yet again. And he cruises to the hoop for the layup. And the Stars lead by 2.
Points in the paint have been the main course, or main entree, if you will. They just keep pounding it inside.
Now they're seeing no resistance defensively in the paint area, so the defense has got to be tougher.
Here's Mr. Perfect. Kicks to Marshall. Over Rivers. And Davis throws it down. Here's Rivers. Passes it to Lamb. 3 minutes of action so far in the second quarter. Here's Beal. His 3-pointers off the mark. Harkless with it. Down low. Marshall passes to Jones. So they take the lead. Jones has got 6.
And he's managing to do what everyone hopes to do, and that's really demonstrate his talent.
Yeah, it's been a good showing for him. A lot of pressure in a game like this, but it seems to have brought out the best in him. Nice touch near the hoop.
And here is Marshall. Throws up the alley-oop. Davis. Jones dishes to Harkless. Back to Jones. 6 on the shot clock. 18 feet away, and he knocks it down. Jones has got 4 points this quarter.
You know what? I've got to admit it. I mean, I've been pleasantly surprised with how well this kid's been playing.
Well, not a guy penciled in among those top picks in the draft, but he's certainly been right at the top of his form in this game.
Here's Rivers. Unloads. No good from Lamb. The Elites leading. The 10-footer. Marshall gets the bucket. And here comes Rivers. They need a good offensive possession.
Yeah, they've had a number of empty ones, a long time without a basket.
They got to find some, you're right. And that's going to be a treble. Drummond's checked in for the Elites. Roten comes in for Mr. Perfect. Now here's Beal. Defense is right there. 29 seconds left in the first half. Leonard gets to Lillard. Lillard gets the screen from Leonard. 4 on the shot clock. Misses the layup.
Yeah, no excuses there. Got a really good look at the basket after being freed up on the pick.
We say it all the time. The execution was excellent. The result not as good, but good ball movement anyway.
Here's Mr. Perfect. And a tight game here as we end the first half. The Elite's on top, up by 3. And join us right back here after the break for the start of the second half. Return to the rookie showcase, and plenty of scouts and GMs still in attendance for the second half.
And, you know, never too late for these young prospects to make a great first impression.
Yeah, still time to show them something, open some eyes, and, you know, that's what they're here to do.
Our second half of basketball, and presented by Gatorade. Let's see who's all fueled up and on the floor to start the third. On the court right now for the start. We've got Michael Kidd-Gilchrist. Bradley Beal is out there with Lillard. Then it's Thomas Robinson, and it's Leonard in at the center filling out the middle. Here's Mr. Perfect. Rebound the Stars. Robinson's got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. Kidd-Gilchrist with it. Guarded now by Marshall. Leonard. Chance there to take the lead. Missing.
Plenty of pressure in a game like this to impress.
He has, now the pressure might be getting to him. But, you know, everybody's in the same boat here.
Here's Mr. Perfect.
You look around the gym, a lot of movers and shakers in attendance.
Yeah, you sure are. And if you want to be seen by an NBA front office, this is the place to be. It's just one game, and you've got their full attention.
Now, here's Lillard. 7 points in the game. Pass to Beal. And there's the pass to Kidd-Gilchrist. Goes straight up. Elites with the rebound. And we're just about a minute and a half into the third quarter of basketball.
Well, when you look at Anthony Davis, the freshman out of Kentucky, there's no question he'll be the #1 overall pick. A 6'10 power forward, led the NCAA in shot block with almost 5 per game.
You know, when you talk about size and explosiveness, this guy's definitely got the good.
And that's part of why he's so highly regarded. I mean, he can make plays that other people simply can't.
Here's Lillard. Vicious to Beal. Looking to end his cold spell. You know what?
This is not the start to the second half they want. Coming out shooting just 1 of 4.
Here's Barnes. Takes it up with both hands and rips it down.
Another bucket there. Time to extend this lead, guys.
I like what they're doing. I mean, putting together a run here, building that lead. They could get to the finish line comfortably.
When you think about the potential impact that Anthony Davis could have on a team, Clark, I mean, it's limitless.
Yeah, it really is, because he has a presence about him defensively that can impact the NBA game right now. And his offensive game is continuing to grow. I think he's a sure can't-miss prospect as there is in the draft and has been in the 10 or 12 years. Now we're really seeing him pound that ball inside.
Total offensive dominance in the lane. That's 6 consecutive points coming in the paint.
Here's Mr. Perfect. A little over 2.5 minutes off the clock in this final half of play. Finds the open look, and it's on target. Mr. Perfect's got 6.
A nice start to the second half. Just 1 miss in their first 5 attempts.
Lillard, the pass to Beal. A Trilly pass. Oh, and the can by Leonard.
That was a hole punch jam there, Kevin.
A nice finish.
Yeah, you got to love the way he just tapped off that strong move.
And here's Marshall. Tries for the alley-oop. And John Henson with the slam.
Flawless alley-oop that time. That's some real stylish basketball there.
Almost looks like a play they've been rehearsing for a while.
Well, that's the beauty of the alley-oop. It appears that way, but really it's just timing and sort of an innate sense of awareness between two teammates.
Now Lillard. He's got 7. Clock at 6. Pulls up on the wing. And the rebound goes to the Elites. Mr. Perfect's got his 3rd rebound on the night.
He thought he had that one clean, but the ref saw it differently. They'll count the basket.
And the fan's not happy at all with that whistle.
Raiders with the ball. 13 points in the game. Henson sets a screen for Waiters. Just 5 to shoot. Here's Mr. Perfect. The Elites with another miss.
So far, he hasn't made much of a contribution at the offensive end.
Beal. It's going to be 2 free throws. Drew contact on the shot.
Now, Kevin, this is a player who can shoot the lights out from three-point land.
And Steve, you know what? He's not just a mindless bomber either. I mean, with him, it's about using that three-point shot effectively and strategically to stretch the defense.
And you see Bradley Beal out of Florida, really the prototypical shooting guard in the NBA. He's got size, range on his shot, he can handle the ball, he's athletic, projected to be a high lottery pick.
The Stars making a switch here. Leonard's checked in. Here's Rivers. 1:31 left in the 3rd. Beal dishes to Rivers. Stolen by Waiters. The pull-up. Here's Mr. Perfect, and he lays it straight in. Mr. Perfect's got 8 points.
They haven't been as aggressive from outside as they were in the first half. They're playing smart with the lead. I like that. They're being very selective and deliberate in their offense. And that's a good strategy when you're on top.
Rivers kicks to Robinson. The turnaround jumper. Great positioning on the putback. That's now 8 points for Leonard.
And all 10 of their last points have come inside the paint, so defensively you've got to make an adjustment.
Yeah, and you got to do a little more to stop it, too. I mean, it's coming way too easy for them. At some points, you just got to buck up and say it's not going to happen.
And Davis can't get it to go. And if you were going to pick one question mark for Beal, it might be height. Now, this is interesting. He's got 2 older brothers who played college football. He's got 2 younger brothers who both weigh over 320 pounds apiece. But Beal, who's right in the middle, a kid from St. Louis, a little undersized at the 2 guard. And Clark about 6'4" or so in shoes.
Well, Kevin, I think you really said it all there. I mean, I will add this. He did get 7 rebounds a game in Florida. But other than that, I can't add to what you already said, Clark. Well, they are really getting chewed up inside here. I mean, that's 8 of the last 10 points they've given up inside, in the paint.
Yeah, and the paint should be sacred ground for a defense. I mean, you can't let anybody just trot in there and get an easy bucket.
And blocked. Ease it up. No good. And as we end the 3rd quarter, a double-digit deficit will make it tough to come back. Elites lead by 11. And we're just moments away from the start of the 4th quarter. Stay with us. So as we get rolling here in the 4th quarter, let's go to our sideline reporter, Doris Burke, for our Sprite Uncontainable Game. Doris?
Hi, guys. Well, it's been the Elites bench with the Uncontainable Game tonight. When your number is called, you have got to be prepared. And, gentlemen, everyone on that bench has answered the bell. Back to you.
And, Doris, they've definitely been aided by Beal's checked in for the Stars. The Elites leading by 10.
And it's great to see all the best and the brightest young prospects in one place, going at it 5-on-5.
Yeah, there's only so much you can really gather from shooting drills and running through beats the real thing, that's for sure.
Mr. Perfect, he's in a shooting guard. John Henson out there with Anthony Davis. Then there's Harrison Barnes. And it's Marshall in at the one. That's the group on the floor for the elites. Rivers passes to Lillard. Feeds it to Rivers. And that one's good.
Offensively just hammering away in the paint.
And that's 10 straight points inside, too.
And here's the elites. The feed now to Henson. Backs down. Here's Mr. Perfect. Another shot. Neal pulls it in.
You know, and the work he's been doing on the backboard, that's something to see.
And especially against this competition. I mean, he's showing he can bang down low.
He feeds it to Rivers. Lets the three fly. And good on the basket. Crooked. Rivers has got 5 points now this quarter.
Now, he's really stood out for his club team. Even though they're struggling a little bit, he's doing his part.
Help the bucket. And the elites lead by 9.
This team has to tighten up inside. Way too many easy hoops in the lane.
Yep, that's 5 straight buckets they've given up from the key now, and it's hurting.
Lillard dishes to White. Here's Rivers. And Davis pulls it down. Davis has got his 5th rebound right now in the game. Barnes kicks to Marshall with the lead pass. And there's Barnes. That's good on the assist from Marshall. And it's an 11-point elite lead.
You have a nice high percentage look right there.
Here's Rivers. No good. The elites go the other way, though. And over 2.5 minutes in the books here in the fourth. Here's Mr. Perfect. He's guarded by Rivers. And Davis gets it to go.
This is not what they wanted to let happen. They're just getting pounded inside.
Yeah, they are, Stephen. I mean, they're just not making life difficult at all for scorers in the paint. I mean, that's an area that you've got to protect with force and aggressiveness. And we haven't seen it.
All alone. And Rivers gets it to go in on the assist by Lillard.
He's starting to pick up his game in this half.
Doris Burke has some information for us. Doris?
Hey, Kevin, during that last break, I heard the elites coach as he addressed his team. He was propping his guys up for their defensive pressure, saying, listen, the pressure you put on them has been fantastic. Keep pestering them, keep forcing turnovers, and we'll be in a great position to win this thing.
Thanks again, Doris. Count that one.
You gotta love the way he's competing out there, making believers out of these team reps.
Well, going back to his draft stock, I mean, he might be a guy